Back.
And we tried to tell y'all, new location in here.
Man.
Yes, sir. But welcome to another edition of Beyond the Arc, man.
From way downtown.
Way downtown, no OT. As y'all know, I am your co-host, your boy Zilla, and I'm with my boy, Mr. Analytics himself.
Yes, sir. Jason here again.
Y'all
back
know it.
with another episode, and we got a lot to talk about.
A lot to talk about.
Last week,
man,
last
first
night
things
specifically.
first. Wembanigmares is back. And he is back in beautiful fashion. As y'all know, we had a great night of NBA Cup games. Both games were great.
Elite, bro.
Both
and
games were great.
especially the second one with Wemby coming back.
Yes.
We did see him coming off the bench and be on a minutes restriction. Only played 20 points. But those 20 points were the best of the game. We seen a superstar performance with him.
And they beat the Thunder.
Beating the Thunder, exactly. You don't see that. Obviously, only their second loss of the season. I definitely had picked them to beat the Spurs. I'm not going to lie.
I did too. Absolutely, I did.
Just not knowing if Wemby was going to play. But as we see, when he's on the floor, he
the
makes
Spurs
a
are
difference,
a very different team. The only thing is, I do hate the Spurs were jacking up a lot of threes, which I understand because the Thunder are a team that score points.
Yeah, you kind of have
in
to
a
shoot
sense
more
of
than
like,
them.
yeah,
in a sense.
And I'm just like, good God, they chucking up threes.
Yeah, I think maybe a sense where they might need that tonight if they're going to beat the Knicks. But at the same time, you have to outlast them. The Knicks are going to get a lot of rebounds.
Absolutely.
And you got to be able to do that as well with Luke Kornet, Keldon Johnson, Victor Wembanyama. They're going to have to fight and get a lot of extra opportunities.
Yes, Wemby versus Cat. Let's get it. I can't wait.
So let's talk about it tonight. The Knicks versus the Spurs. By the time y'all see this, we will know who the winner is.
Yes.
But as of now, who do you have in this game?
Ooh, and like I said, it does. If Wemby can play how he played the other night, which is he going to be on a restriction tonight too?
That is what I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
It's still.
But I think just with the Knicks are going to come to play. Like I said, because Jalen Brunson has been doing his thing in this tournament.
Let's go ahead and hold it right there. I got to bring my peak performer for the week.
Boom.
You already knew it, man. Jalen Brunson this week has been killing.
Absolutely.
Including the NBA Cup game, obviously against the Magic, where he had 40. And he played the Magic earlier in the week, had 30 and a 35 piece. He's just been absolutely killing. So I expect him to have a great game tonight.
Absolutely.
Just being the peak performer.
Yeah.
So to get back into
it. But I went against the Spurs last time, and they proved me wrong. So actually, and like I said, I know the Knicks are going to come to play. I'm going to have to go with the Spurs because I betted against them last time. And Wemby showed me something. So
absolutely,
I'm going to take the Spurs to win the NBA Cup championship tonight.
I think I am going to have to agree with you on that. When you see how they absolutely dismantled the Lakers, and then they hung in there with the best team in the league, OKC. The Knicks are good.
Remember, at the beginning of the game, that we thought the Thunder were going to blitz them.
Yeah.
Because they were at first.
And it literally took the best player coming out and showing who he is. And if he can do that tonight, Spurs are going to win it. I got them too.
And since we're speaking on topic of best players, last night,
you want to get into that battle?
We have two games we're going to get into. One of them we're going to get into later on, but we're going to start with the first one. Sengun and Jokic went to war last night. That was a great game between the Rockets and the Nuggets. And Jamal Murray had a great game himself.
Great game as well. I really just like to see it, man. There was a lot of comparisons early on, especially between
potential playoff matchup
between Sengun and him having a similar game to Jokic, and we're finally seeing some of that come to fruition where he's giving you the points, he's giving you the rebounds, he's being the lead playmaker on this
taking
team.
Jokic like shots.
Absolutely.
That back foot jumper.
Yeah,
they look
quite literally hit him with the Serbian shuffle or whatever they call it.
Not the Serbian shuffle.
Yes, he hit him with that move, bro.
That's hilarious.
So serious, bro.
But Sengun he's arrived. That Rockets
unfortunately
team,
though, Nuggets still able to get the win.
Yes,
despite the great game.
I think him and Murray combined for what was almost 80 points.
Yeah, they went absolutely crazy. And then still a triple-double on top of that. And he did foul out, but he had given them enough room in overtime to where he didn't need to be there to close it out.
Oh, yeah.
Nuggets, great performance to beat
the
Rockets.
The Nuggets, Aaron Gordon's still hurt, right?
Yeah, I don't think he played.
Yeah.
I don't think he played.
But the Nuggets might be back, y'all. I mean, just...
One thing I want to talk about real quick, though. Yeah. Because who did I not see too much of last night? And maybe he did perform, and I just didn't notice. Cam Johnson, man. Still kind of wondering where he is.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, After what we're seeing out in Brooklyn and Michael Porter is hooping,
Oh
who
yeah,
won
absolutely.
this trade, man?
No,
Like,
Michael Porter been
killing
Michael Porter been going stupid now. I can't even count. He's been a walking 30 for these past few games.
Did the Nuggets make a mistake trading him away to get Cam Johnson?
I get where you're going there because, like I said, Michael Porter, which you know the everybody know the Nets are a bad team,
Right.
well,
Like,
unless you're the Cavs, but I just think like Michael Porter been doing his thing. Now his PR training could be a little bit better.
it could. And that was a big
His
reason.
podcast be firing me. I'm sorry.
I think maybe that's why Denver wanted to get rid of him immediately.
Oh man.
But man, I just don't know if Cam Johnson was the right pickup to make. He does not seem to be on the same level that he once was.
Yeah.
And unless he can really turn it around, I'm scared for how that can affect them later in the season.
I definitely agree with you there. He got to get right.
Let's talk about some contenders real quick though. Serious contenders. OKC is obviously still up there. I think Detroit you have to put up there because of their record so far.
Absolutely.
But the Spurs.
Yeah, I think
real, right?
I really think it's time to have a serious conversation about the Spurs because if they're showing us that hey, when we play the Thunder, we can make it a game.
We can hang. We can win.
And even when Wemby was hurt, the Spurs were beating some good teams.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's time to have that conversation about San Antonio, especially if Wemby could stay healthy the rest of the season and we get to see them really more as a team.
That's really what I think because in a postseason run, I don't know if I see them winning an actual championship if Wembanyama is not playing.
Absolutely.
I think he has to be playing.
Absolutely.
So it's just about getting that part down, but getting through the regular season, maybe winning a couple games in the playoffs. I could see that team doing it regardless if he's playing or not.
I feel like that is helping, with what criticisms people have had about De'Aaron Fox. If him and Wemby can gel together and they go on a little run, they may lose to the Thunder in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They may lose to the Nuggets in the playoffs. But if they could just show, hey, we're here, I think that would be great for them.
You think he gets some more credit for that?
Yes, too? Absolutely.
I really hope to see it. Fox had the potential to get like a big old contract if he had stayed with the Kings and made All NBA, but obviously.
But I feel like it gets to a point in your career, you want to win, bro.
Right, you got to do something.
You want to win.
Like that playing in Sacramento was not doing nothing for him. So hopefully we see him be a big part of this. But Spurs, they are real, man.
Oh yeah, please keep your eyes out on the Spurs. I will say that.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna step away from the Western Conference for a second. We're gonna go to the East, which is ironically the Wild Wild West.
Because it's just wide open, ain't it?
Like,
I mean, it's really anybody's game. Like we said, Detroit is looking like the obvious favorites out there, being that they're the 1 seed. Mm-hmm. But this is not like a dominant. This is not OKC. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We didn't see them do the same thing last year. They're still unproven to me. I feel like there's plenty of room for another team to sneak up in there and make a deep run in this postseason, especially when you talk about how good the Knicks are, especially when you talk about the Cavs being the 8th seed.
Yeah, the Celtics, still without their best player,
looking like
one of the best teams. And their other good player is evolving into that real deal superstar.
Like a one option, man.
So it's
how many games in a row? Like 4 games in a row.
Yeah, he had 30 last night.
Like he just
and they lost unfortunately, but
consistent. Which is gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'm thinking if they had that guy, Tatum, they probably are looking like the 1 seed right now, or up there with the Pistons. Yeah. But being that you don't, and you're just living off the back on Jaylen Brown,
and you're still a top 5 team.
Come on, man.
That once again, like we said last week, it says a lot about Joe Mazzulla.
Joe Mazzulla has really been surprising me, just because he's able to use so much more than the superstar talent. He was getting a lot of credit for that, for having a super team and having all these all-star players.
And that's another thing. I feel like now, with this era of NBA fans, no matter what team wins the championship, they're going to get called a super team.
Come on.
If the Pistons win it, I guarantee you, I know it may sound crazy because I'm saying it now, if the Pistons win a championship, they're going to call them a super team.
I mean, you can kind of say it like that. I think when the Nuggets won, nobody was really calling them a super team. And so maybe that's like the exception. But I get what you're saying as to where, like, the best team in the league is probably going to win the championship. They're probably going to be deemed a super team because they have the best players. That's the whole point. That's how you win.
Really?
So I don't think you can't take away from a certain player because he had a good team built around him. That's what you're supposed to do. Yeah. I don't really like that argument either.
It's stupid. But yeah, the East just have a lot going on.
Oh, and before we move past it, Miami Heat still looking dangerous out there.
Absolutely.
as hot as we once were.
But I think y'all will still be a middle of the pack team.
And still have a chance
to me, I think if, like I said, it just goes on Bam. If he can get right, I think y'all can avoid the play-in.
Well, I think Tyler Hero is a big part of it too. I think he still hasn't come out of his shell fully this season. I want to see a couple like 30 bombs from him to like show me that he's really back. But we'll look forward to that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's get into the Milwaukee Bucks because that's one team that notice everybody that we just mentioned in the East. And
you know what's so crazy? Wasn't it they got blitzed by like the Nets? Bro, I seen that score and I thought I was losing my mind. I said they lost by how many points?
And what did we just say about Michael Porter Jr. and how he's been hooping?
Yeah.
He didn't perform in that game.
Yeah, he had a pretty bad game.
And they still washed the Bucks, man. Like this is a team that I was saying towards the start of the season could be sneaky.
No, you know what had me crying? No, I'm gonna tell you what had me crying, bro. It was somebody on TikTok, and somebody made a TikTok about that game. Okay. And somebody in the comments was like, "Yeah, my bad. Kevin Porter was on my slip." Bro, because I cannot believe it.
And no, because who was putting him on his slip beforehand, and he's been having 30 after 30 after 30, and now you put him on. What's he gonna do?
Him and Ryan. I said, God, what is going on? No, Milwaukee. Y'all know I hate to cuss on here, but Milwaukee's in hell. Like they are in hell right now, and. Honestly, I know who was talking about it. Giannis is gone, bro.
He's gone?
I think Giannis is gone.
He's gone, bro. I mean, you're not wrong, man. Like, this team, they just can't do anything without. I mean, we've seen them. I think they beat. It might have been like the Pistons or something. I don't want to say that because the Pistons are really good. But it was somebody where Giannis went down in the first quarter. Yeah. And they still pulled out that win. And that's like the only win we've seen from them without Giannis. This team is really built on the back of him. And that's honestly just not enough. He might got to get out. You might be right, man. But I hate to see it.
And I I hate to say it that way, but it's just like, bro, like they look awful. Like
they look terrible.
That is just, oh my God.
It gets to a point where, what is the intention in the rebuild now? Because you have to restart. They had a team with Middleton, Holiday, Lopez, Giannis, and it's all broken down. They got Dame back as a piece. Now he's going again. They don't really have much of a core anymore. And once they trade Giannis away, which I think they have to do, that's the only way you're going to get a core back and reset. And I just don't think it's worth, like, keep pulling him down and being on his back. It's not doing anything positive.
But just keep getting him hurt.
Exactly. It's nothing good for the franchise or for the player. I think it might be time to split it up.
Like, it gets to a point where I'm tired of, we barely see a full season of Giannis. And then you drain him out. Then probably when you get to the postseason, you're losing because, there goes Giannis. He's hurt. Same thing with Philly. That was my thing about Philly.
They have definitely taken a fall as well. You know, a team that was surprising towards the start of the season.
And I will say some of that do goes because Maxey has been hurt.
Yeah.
And
you could
now all of a sudden Paul George can score 30.
Hey. Breakout performance. That's what they pay him all that money for.
Real though. I'm happy. I was like, I looked at my phone. I said,
be all right.
Paul George got 35.
But that is the thing that we kind of all seen written in the sand. They were playing Maxey 40 minutes a night. He was bound to get hurt. This team got to run some different way. They need Paul George to have games like that. Yeah. They need Embiid to perform on some nights.
Yeah, and even like in that same night, Embiid had 29, and he had a pretty good game too.
I mean. And that's what you want to see. But it's got to work together. When Maxey come back, everybody needs to play. Absolutely. We don't want to just be all on the back on the defense. Otherwise, we're just going to stay at the bottom.
We don't need you get 30 this night, then you get 30 this night. You know what I'm saying?
That's not how you win, man. So, I mean, the Sixers, they could be a sneaky team, but I'm still worried about them.
Yeah, I want to wait to see when Maxey comes back and really just see how they're going to be. Absolutely. The last East team I want to talk about, which I know you already didn't believe in them anyway, but I just got to talk about this. I know we said the Bucks are in hell, but what are the Cavs? Because I watched them go to overtime with the Hornets, which that rookie from the Hornets, he's tough.
You talking about
Knippel? I didn't want to say his name wrong. Yeah.
He's in rookie of the year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He's been going stupid. And then you go to overtime,
and
you don't score a point.
I mean. Do you want to just... I don't really have too much to say. You know, when it comes to the Cavs, I don't believe in this team, man.
My only question is, what is the problem?
I think, honestly, it's a big factor on, like, it's too dependent on the team, if that makes sense. Evan Mobley is an elite scorer. If not elite, that's the problem because he can't create his own shot. But he is a great scorer when paired with Darius Garland. I think he feeds off of that really well. But Darius Garland's almost never available.
Yeah, because he's been getting hurt a lot.
Yeah, so then it forces Donovan Mitchell to have to be a playmaker, which takes away from his scoring, and he's the best scorer on the team.
Yeah.
I think this team is too dependent on everybody being there, and not everybody is always there. Hence why they came up short last year.
Yeah.
Why they're going to come up short this year. I don't believe in this.
And then,
team
like we
unless
said in
they
the other
make
episode,
some
when
changes.
the team is struggling, and now it's like, all right, Donovan, if we want to win, you got to give him 40.
You got to.
So it's
and that might not even be enough.
like it gets the Cavs are just I don't know what to say about Cleveland.
That just reminded me of something. If we want to talk about 40 not being enough, what about 12 threes not being enough for Steph Curry to get a win, man?
Oh my God, you just reminded me to talk about the Warriors. Oh my God, I'm so mad I forgot to bring up the Warriors.
Like,
if I told you, no, since we're on topic of the Warriors, if I told you Steph Curry almost had 50 points and his Knicks highest scorer, that wasn't Jimmy Butler, by the way, had 14, would you believe me?
I would, because that sounds like typical Warriors fashion.
Because that was that Trailblazers game.
But this is the problem. If you told me that, I would have been like, dang, that's crazy. I can't believe Steph had to carry them to that win. But they didn't win the game.
That too. And then, like I said, that's that Blazers game I'm talking about.
Yes.
His second highest scorer was Draymond with 14.
And that's ridiculous, man. Jimmy Butler.
Not Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler is what they traded for you for. And the crazy
the
part
second
is,
highest scorer, which, like I said, no disrespect to Draymond as a player, but when you have Jimmy Butler on the team,
he should have more than 14 points, especially if Steph is hitting like that.
Yes.
If he's got 12 threes,
Steph
that means they're sending everything
Steph coming back fresh off injury, giving 50, and they're losing.
Jimmy Butler is not the player he used to be, man. I think going back to the trade rumors before he left Miami, I'm really glad that we got him out when we did, because you remember hearing him say, oh, I don't want to go to this team or that team. But then Phoenix, they were like, oh, well, if we trade for Jimmy Butler, we're going to extend him. And all of a sudden, oh, he want to go to Phoenix. Now he was all about that stuff. The Warriors said the same thing, and that's how they end up getting him. And Jimmy wanted to go just so that he could sign and get that bag. I haven't seen him being interested in winning basketball since he went to Golden State. I'm not going to lie. It is entirely dependent on the back of Steph Curry. And as we're seeing,
they are going to burn him out.
It's just not enough, man.
Like, they're going to, and that's what I'm scared. They're going to burn him out.
Another Giannis situation. I mean, maybe that's the idea, man. You got two, one East, one West. Maybe one got to leave and join the other, man, and we'll see some real.
So we're still pushing the Giannis Curry
agenda. I would like to.
I wouldn't be mad,
I would like
honestly,
to
but I
mean, otherwise, both of these guys, their careers are going to burn out on the teams that they're on.
Yeah, that part I do agree with you on. So, the Warriors are also in hell. Also in hell.
You want to talk about a few more teams out west, though? Absolutely. Had a good game last night.
Yes.
The Mavericks versus the Jazz.
Keontae George is here, ladies and gentlemen.
And what about Cooper Flag?
And Cooper is too. Here. They're both like
40 ball from Cooper?
Yes.
Just absolutely, I mean, just hooping, man. This is something at the start of the year, I was having worries about him. But like I said, we needed to hold off our expectations and give him time. Yes. Granted, it was against the Jazz. Everybody scores good against the Jazz. But it was him that scored 40. It wasn't anybody else on his team.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're seeing, he's giving you your 20-point games, and then he got that one. Okay, he got 40.
He's growing.
Like, I tell you, he's developing. He's blossoming. And I think that he's going to be a great player. I'm not worried about that. But I'm just happy to see that he's finally taking advantage of, like, hey, this is my team.
Right, and I can do what I want. Especially Anthony Davis out, that means I get all the shots.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's kind of realized.
Y'all still, you're going to be waiting on Kyrie forever, so just let that go. But,
honestly,
like, Cooper, I'm happy with what I'm seeing. But like I said, on the back of that, even with the Jazz, like, the Jazz got some stars.
Yeah, man. Keontae
is blossoming.
Really, he is one of my favorite players just because he's so dynamic. Like, he can score in a multitude of ways, and he is a great playmaker, and he does this consistently, really, no matter who they play. Every now and then, he gets his faucet turned off, but he's a guy that puts up points and generates high offense for this team.
And he going to go get his shot every time.
Every single time. And it helps when you got a guy like Laurie Markkinen out there
yeah.
who makes it easy to pass to. He had a great game as well. So really entertaining to see, from two not so great teams give us a great game.
Yeah, that's actually really great. Like the Jazz, like I said, give them a few more years.
So anything else to get into?
Yes. Ja Morant finally played a game.
Okay. Tell me about it.
And he had 20 points. But
Solid.
that was the game.
Was this against the Clippers?
I thought it was against the Jazz.
I might be thinking about a different.
No,
game.
I think it was against the Jazz
Okay.
because that was another game. Keontae George had a pretty good game, and
Okay.
he won the game. And he won the game. Yeah, and he won the game. I really think that. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too much on the Jazz because we know they're not the best team. But I just think they have promise. Yes.
I did see because when you said Ja Morant, I thought about the Grizzlies last game. I think they did just play the Clippers, and Jaren Jackson actually had a pretty surprising game too. I remember looking at his points line before the game at 13.5, and I was like, that should be free. And then I looked at his last 5, and I was like, never mind. It was scaring me to take him at 13.5.
See,
he had that in the first half easily.
My problem, Jaren Jackson and what he does is the reason why people have problems with this generation of centers. And I feel like, like forward centers is, obviously when people look at your size, they want you to play like a big man.
Yes.
But he wants to play like a guard.
Yeah, he's like a Miles Turner type. Like they're like similar players. Like he doesn't really rebound. He is a good rim protector, but like he'd much rather stand on the perimeter
and get his shot.
Ball, handle it a little bit. He's not really trying to work nobody or take him down low in the post. I just think, we see guys at the size of Jalen Brunson be able to work in the post. So I think if you're 6'9", there's really no excuse why sometimes you shouldn't be able to get down there and take a mismatch and get a bucket. It's super easy. I think last night or whenever that game was, he did a great job of that. Just finding his shots and getting some stuff up.
Absolutely.
Like to see it from Jared.
All right, so we're gonna end this episode on 2 more things. My first one, actually, we're just gonna do our game, right?
What game we got?
Ooh,
what game we got?
Oh man. All right. So, since the NBA season is we're about to reach the halfway point, we've kind of gotten to see
getting close to it,
who we're getting to see who's who. Give me your 3 West contenders and your 3 East contenders.
Okay.
Then I'll give you mine. Ours might be the same, but
okay. 3 West and 3 East. I'm gonna go just to get the easy ones out the way. Yeah. OKC contender.
Absolutely.
San Antonio contender.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say New York. I'm gonna say New York is a contender. First one out east. So I still need 1 more out west. 2 more out east. I want to say the Lakers, man, but they worry me.
And I understand that.
They worry me.
I understand that.
So instead, I'm gonna give my 3rd spot to the Nuggets. I'm gonna give it to the Nuggets.
Real.
Then I got 2 more out east. Like I said, I gotta respect Detroit just with their record, so they'll get the second one. And then the Heat, man. You know what?
I'm not mad at that. It's your team. I'm not mad at you. So for me, obviously, I'm gonna go to Thunder.
Okay, same.
The Nuggets are gonna be my number 2.
Okay.
Because like I say, like Jokic just played on an insane level right now.
So I'm not triple taking them.
That's good. And for 3, I was like you said, I am torn between the Spurs and the Lakers. The Rockets, I need to see more from KD. And I know they were my, I've been high on them, but I need to see more from KD.
I just think, unfortunately, I don't know how much more we're gonna get.
That scares me. That scares me. I do want to see more from KD.
I think last night that game against the Nuggets, I think that was one of his better performances you might see, and it was a loss, unfortunately.
So, but I just feel like when you have Luka and LeBron.
You still should.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Like, that I really did.
That's yes, bro. But like you said,
but we see what happened. They didn't even have Wemby, bro. Wemby did not play in that game, bro.
Yeah, and then they just won a game where like Luka shot 2 of 14 from 3, and that scares me because you know how I get by Luka, and it's like So I'm gonna kind of be with you, but for me, the Spurs and the Nuggets are swapped. So the Spurs will be my 3.
Okay, Spurs 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so
then for the East, The Pistons are going to be my number one.
Okay.
They just look good.
Number one.
They look good.
Great. They look great.
The Knicks,
the lack of experience, though.
Real, understand, and I definitely understand. But at the same time, you know how the Knicks get in the playoffs.
Yes, exactly. That's the problem with the East is who else do you trust?
Facts.
You almost have to buy
So that's why, strictly for that, the Knicks are my number 2.
Okay.
They're definitely my number 2.
Okay.
And then
So
number 3, number 3 is really 2 teams. I'm going to say the Raptors if Tatum doesn't come back.
Okay.
And then, but if Tatum comes back, I'll put us.
Like, yes, y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. I rock with it.
Yeah.
The Raptors, man. The Raptors I'm really thinking about just because Brandon Ingram sometimes looks like a real star on some nights. Mm-hmm. And so does Scotty Barnes. I mean, I feel like they take turns.
Yeah.
But
they're definitely more team. They're definitely more team.
So you're saying like in a series, say y'all match up, and I don't know how that would work out. But say y'all match up in a series, and there is no Jason Tatum. Are you thinking that y'all are gonna win, or that the Raptors will get? Because Jaylen Brown, I feel like, can still perform.
Yeah,
he can.
I feel like.
And you got guys like Jordan Walsh.
I definitely understand it, but I feel like with the Raptors having a little more, with us not having Tatum, I feel like Jaylen Brown we're gonna have to go stupid, in which he probably will.
Yeah, but he's also gonna be the center of attention on defense.
And I feel like we'll take them to like 6 or 7.
But you think they still will get?
I think they'll probably edge us just because of
respect. Respect. That makes sense. Just because, like they do have a more complete team as of now. One thing you can always say though, and we never hope for anything. Injuries happen all the time.
Absolutely,
so nothing is really set in either of these conferences as much as it looks like it. Man.
Literally.
But it's really good to see another great week of NBA. Obviously, great cup games, and we ready for this final.
We are ready to see what tonight is going to bring.
Who do you think is going to have the best performance? Because we both said the Spurs are going to win, right?
Yes. But
do you see Wemby having a 40 ball or something like that? Though?
No, honestly, I see Jalen Brunson going for 40.
I could see that.
But Wemby having like clutch moments down the stretch to win the game.
Same as last
kind of like last
week.
That's kind of how I look at it.
I can see this.
Because like I say, people gotta understand. They won the game. Shea had a great game.
He did. He had 29.
It's not like he played bad.
Okay, so this is what I wanted to touch on a little bit. At the end of the game, when it really mattered, the Spurs pulled him out of it. They sent 2 on him. They put Castle on him. They kept him from getting the ball.
And that leads to another thing. Chet has to stop playing scared. He has to stop playing scared.
When you step to the line.
No, but come on, bro.
Come on.
Honestly, it ain't even about the free. Honestly, I let the free throw things go,
bro. But to me, I can't because I literally.
No, I'm talking about my slip. You know, he would have cashed. He would have made it. Yeah, but no, it's like. But I think even in that fourth quarter, he acted like he was scared of Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Which I get
because it always has been, man.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they first? It had to be both of their rookie season when they introduced Rivals Week. Mm-hmm. They had OKC and the Spurs playing. I could have swore it was the same situation, close game. Chet got sent to the line and he choked the free throws and Wemby was staring him down, bro. Like he really puts fear in his heart, like.
When he missed the free throw, Wemby said yes.
Yeah.
Like what?
He's like a reverse flash type.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. Like that's I think this is gonna reignite that Spurs OKC rivalry from like when KD and them used to play Tim Duncan.
Yes.
I think so. But like I said, Chet gotta stop playing scared in the game when the playoffs when you match up against real teams in the playoffs.
I mean, because that's what the Spurs are going to do.
Yeah.
Like, you take Shea out of the game like that, you're forcing J-Dub or Chet to either make the shot
or
make the free throws.
Dude, who does Lou Dort think he is? Bro, I'm sorry. That joint had me crying. Because somebody posted it, and the Michael Jordan... I'm going to put it in there for y'all. But, bro... That had me crying so bad. I said, I was sitting right here watching it. I said, who Lou Dort think he is? Bitch thought he was Vince Carter, but I'm crying.
No, Lou Dort has never been that.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I seen that live. That y'all had me crying.
Come on, bro. Gotta be better.
But no, come on, Lou Dort. But nah. But look, hey, another successful episode.
Yeah, you're right, man. We
really do appreciate all the love and support that y'all have been giving us. Like I said, new location, had to change some things up, but we're gonna keep these episodes going for y'all. It's been a great NBA season. We've had some great games, And we gotta keep it coming for y'all.
Right. Got the tournament tonight, final game. So make sure y'all tuned in for
Yeah,
it.
make sure y'all are tuned in. We're gonna be back next week talking about it. But hey man, it's your boy Zilla.
And Jason.
Hey,
we out of here.
No OT tonight.
From way downtown.
Yes, sir. That was great.